everyone, and welcome back to one more class of this quarantine series. I hope you're all doing fine, you're enjoying your free time outside. And today I planned a class for hips opener. So we are going to start lying down. We're not going to need any prop today, weirdly. So we're going to start lying down. Let's start warming up the hips. And let's start bringing the knee towards the chest. Extend the leg and down, like a bicycle. So let's start doing that with the right leg. Good. Just doing the bicycle, bringing the knee. Good. And now we're going to reverse that movement. We're going to start warming up the hip joint. Nice. Let's do one more. We keep the foot active. And we release down and we change legs. So knee to chest and then we extend up. And we do a few series of bicycles in one direction. Then we switch directions. You might hear a little crack, you might not. Let's do one more. And release. Okay, now let's bring the right leg up, and now let's do circles towards the outside. You point your feet, you point your toes, like a ballerina, so we keep the leg active, and we just draw circles. They don't need to be very big. Mind your left hip, don't allow your left hip to lift off the ground. And we change directions of our circles. Let's do one more and relax. Now let's keep the right hand on the right hip and let's start drawing circles with the left leg. Let's do one more. And now we can switch directions. Be mindful of your right hip. Let's do another one. And release. Nice. Bring knees to chest. And now cross the right leg on top of the left and just hug both knees towards the chest. You might feel a little stretch around here. If you do so, just breathe into that and let's hold it. Remember, we inhaling through the nose and we exhaling through the nose. Let's take one more breath in here. Full exhale. And we can switch the cross of the legs. So now we have the left on top. And the same thing, we back the legs against the chest. Just feeling a little stretch there. On your next inhale, release and cross the legs. And now just place the soles of the feet on the ground. And we are going to cross the right heel on top of the left knee. We're going to be lifting the left leg up. And now we're going to thread the needle. So the right arm goes in between the legs. And you can either grab your back thigh or you can bend the knee and grab your shin. You're pulling the shin against you and you're pushing the right knee away. Both feet are active. And we keep breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Let's take one more breath. And release, which is warming up, so I don't want to go very deep. Let's do the same with the opposite leg. So now left arm holding top of the right knee. We lift the right leg. Remember, you can either grab the back thigh or you can bend the knee. And pull the right leg towards you and the left knee goes away. Both feet active. And keep breathing deeply in and out through your nose. Beautiful. Just uncross the legs, bring the soles of the feet on the ground, and use the thingy on the car. Like I never remember the name. Windscreen wiper? Yes, so let's do that with your knees from side to side just to release a little bit. Bring the knees to the chest, then just create enough momentum to come back on your seat. And we're just gonna go standing. Let's do a series of sun salutations. See? So let's come to the front of the mat, feet hip distance with the bar, palms facing towards the front. And now let's inhale in, arms up. And on the exhale, we go all the way down. You can bend the knees if you want to. Actually, let's bend the knees. Place the hands on the ground, step right foot back. Place the knee down, and then inhaling, send the arms up, the weight goes forward. Exhaling, hands to the ground, step back, knees down, chest down, and now inhaling into cobra. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Save your dog here. You can move your hips from side to side. We're not going to hold it here for long. Now go back to your neutral downward dog position. Step the right foot forward, left knee goes down. Inhaling, arms up. Weight forward. Exhaling, hands towards the ground. Step towards the front of the mat. And let's raise all the way up. Exhaling, Tadasana. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, let's go all the way down. Left foot goes back this time. Drop the back knee. Inhaling, arms up. Your low lunge. Exhaling, hands to the ground. Step back into plank. Knees down, chest down, and inhaling up into cobra. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in here. Full breath out. Inhaling, left foot goes forward. We drop the right knee. Inhaling, we raise up. Exhaling, hands towards the ground. Step the right foot, and let's inhale all the way up. And Tadasana. Let's do last round. Inhaling, arms up. And on the exhale, let's go all the way down. Right foot goes back. Drop back knee, and this time inhaling, but open your arms, open the chest. Exhaling, hands towards the ground. Step back, knees down, chest down. Your butt stays up. Inhaling into cobra. Tuck the toes. Down facing dog. Let's breathe in here. Full exhale. Inhaling. Right foot goes forward. We drop the left knee. And we inhale and we open the arms. Exhaling, hands to the ground. Step forward and we raise all the way up. And release Tadasana. Last one with the left. Inhaling up. Exhaling, let's go all the way down. Step left foot back. Drop knee. Open the chest. Exhaling, hands towards the ground. Step into a plank. Knee down. Chest down. And inhaling into cobra. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Let's breathe in here. And full breath out. On the next inhale, left foot goes forward. We drop the right back knee and we open the chest. Exhale. Hands to the ground. Step forward. And let's raise all the way up. And exhaling. Tadasana. Good. Let's step the right foot back. Let's pivot the feet. So now my right foot is facing towards the front of the mat. The back foot, we're going to make it like 45 degrees, more or less. We're going to do warrior one. I want the alignment to be heel to heel. I want your hips to face towards the front foot as much as possible. And you can bend the knee. Remember always that you have to see your big toe. And once you're here, let's inhale and send the arms up. Let's hold here this warrior one. Arms active, shoulders away from ears. You keep breathing deep. Your legs are really strong. Your core is active, so you avoid to arch your back very, very much. One more breath. Keep the arms up. Extend the front leg. Now pivot the feet. And let's go straight away into warrior one on the other side. Make sure you put your hips facing towards the front. You bend the front knee, you see your big toe, and you can look towards the front or you can look towards the arm. That depends on your neck. Take one more breath here. Full exhale. Good. You can release the arms. Step forward. Tadasana. Beautiful. Let's step the right foot back. Let's drop the back knee. Good. Let's go for highlight. Bring your hands, interlace your hands, bringing them on top of your thigh, and just bring the weight forward. You can do a little pulses if you want. Good. Let's start with the pulses and let's go into a more static figure. Let's stay here. I keep bringing all the weight towards my front leg. Opening the hips. If you cycle, if you ski, if you work in a desk and you spend too many hours sitting, your hips probably are going to be really tight. So you should be doing hips openers like pretty often, just to release that area a bit more. You can release the hands, bring them on the inside of the right foot. We can walk the right foot slightly towards the side. And let's go for a lizard pose. You can, gonna give you a few options. You can rest here. You can untap the toes of the back foot and lift your knee up. That will be a bit more intense. Or if you want, you can also come towards your forearms. I'm just gonna stay here just because I have a horrible pain on my traps. But if you wanna go on your forearms, just feel free to do so. Just remember to keep bringing the weight forward. Keep holding our lizard pose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release the back leg. Beautiful. Just bring the foot towards the center and straighten your left leg. Nice. Just come back again to your high lunge. Tap the toes of the back foot. Send the arms up. Good. Bring the arms towards the ground. Step forward and just raise all the way up. Nice. Full stretch and release down. Now we do the same with the left. So let's step the left foot back. Careful with your balance. Drop the back knee. Untap the toes. Interlace the hands. Bring them on top of the leg. And just send the weight forward. Let's start with some pulses. Now we get rid of the pulses and we just hold it here, sending the weight forward. Take one more breath. Full exhale. And you can bring the hands on the inside. You can step that right foot, slightly towards the right. And tap the toes, lift the knee for a more intense pose. And remember, you can hold it here or you can go on your forearms. And keep looking down so you don't stress your neck. And we hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on the 1 we release, we untap the toes, and we just raise up for a high lunge. Exhaling, hands to the ground, tap the toes, step forward, and stay here. We're gonna stay here ragdoll. So for ragdoll, you can open your feet slightly wider than hip distance width apart, and you can just let your whole upper body to be completely numb. You can just grab opposite elbows. You can just let your hands free, Whatever you choose, you just move from side to side, releasing your lower legs. The back of your legs. And very slowly start making your way towards the center, and we raise all the way up, vertebra by vertebra. Nice. Once again, let's do warrior two. Let's step the right foot back. Let's pivot the feet, so now our right leg is the front leg, and let's bend the front knee. Alignment, remember, heel to heel or heel to arch. Open your arms and just hold your warrior two. Like I always tell you, imagine that your legs are pulling apart from each other or pulling away, and just hold it here. Reach towards the front and reverse your warrior. Front knee is still bended. Exhaling, let's come from side angle pose. You can stay here, or if you want to go slightly deeper in your practice, let's go for a bind. If you don't have the bind, do not worry, just stay in your side angle pose. Let's hold here. On the next in, release your pose. Just come back to your warrior two. Straighten the leg. Leave the arms where they are. Pivot the feet. Now the left leg is the front leg, and we bend the knee. Hold your warrior two. Reach towards the front. Reverse the warrior. Nice. Let's go for your side angle pose. You can stay here, or you can go for a bind if you want to keep it in the pose slightly more. On your next inhale, look down, release your bind. Let's go into your warrior two. Start straightening the front leg, and now just bring both feet facing towards the side, and you open your legs as wide as you can. Big toes slightly inwards. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhaling, open the chest, and on the exhale we bow forward and we go all the way down. Bring your hands down. Okay, here ideally your fingers and your toes are on the same line, and just relax your neck. Maybe you're flexible enough so your head touches the ground. Maybe this is too much for you, then you can use a block, or maybe you can just put the hands slightly farther away, but ideally they should be in line with your toes. And just relax your head completely. The weight goes towards the toes, and maybe you want to start bringing your hands in between the legs, fingers pointed towards the back of the room, and just straighten your arms here. Breathing deeply through your nose. And on the next inhale, just bring your hands back. Inhaling, just come halfway up. Let's just stay here for a full breath. So we make sure we don't get dizzy. Bring the hands towards the hips, and let's raise all the way up. Beautiful. Bend the right knee, extend the left leg, and you can just come back to sitting. Good. Let's come into double pigeon. No, first let's do butterfly pose. If you want to sit on a block or something that keeps your hips slightly higher, do so, especially if your hips are super tight. This exercise will depend, the intensity will depend. If you bring the feet super close towards your body, the stretch is a bit more intense. If they're a bit farther, the intensity is a bit less. So find your point. And now we're just going to open the feet as if they were a book. So we don't hold it here. We open our feet and try to keep your back straight. And inhaling, open the chest, and on the exhale, just go. It doesn't matter if it's not too far away. You see, I'm not going too far away, but I'm trying to keep my back straight. I'm not just running. If I run, I go farther. I'm just trying to keep it straight, and you should feel the stretch here on your inner thighs. If you don't feel the stretch, just bring your heels closer to your body. And we keep breathing deeply, in and out through the nose. always remember, if it gets difficult to breathe in a pose, just go back a little bit. Sometimes we don't need to go that far away. Let's take one more breath here. And on the next inhale, we release. Nice. Extend the left leg out. And just bring the right foot against your leg, but the knee is pointing towards the side. Now, we are going to bring the left arm underneath your leg, so you're going to be grabbing your calf. If that's too much, you can just always come here. Now, we're just going to open towards the side and just leave the other arm. Maybe you're like extremely flexible and you can just grab your foot. But if you do that, just try to open your chest. It's more important because we all can do this, but the chest is closed. So I want you to have your chest open and feel a deep stretch here on your right side. So maybe the arm can just go towards the back. On the next inhale, let's come back to the center. Let's switch legs. So now the right arm goes underneath. The right arm goes underneath the right leg. We open the chest, and remember, you can always go and try to catch your foot, and if not, you can just bring the arm back and try to open the chest. And on the next inhale, let's come back to center and release. Good. Now we're going to do double pigeon. That it was my first intention. So for double pigeon, just bring your front shin parallel in front of you and see if you can bring the opposite shin on top. More or less this. Okay, I do have an injury in this knee, so I cannot go all the way down. See if you can. If you cannot, let's go for the variation. So the variation will be just cross your legs and have your ankles more or less underneath your knees as much as you can. And once we're here, we open the chest first. And then exhaling, we bring the arms forward. And we go as far as we can. On the next inhale, let's raise all the way up. And let's do the opposite side. So now let's bring the left one underneath first. Let's try to do full pigeon first, and then the right. I'm going to try to do this because I haven't done this in ages. So I'm just going to try to hold the double pigeon in this side. If that's not available for you, just remember again to cross the legs in a way that the right now will be in front. Whatever you choose, excuse me. Whatever you choose, just hold it here. Open the chest. Let's start working the hands towards the front. You might not go very far, you might go super far. You just listen to your body and try to breathe deeply into those sensations, into those feelings. Try to relax your jaw, relax your neck. Don't crunch here. And inhaling, beautiful. Let's go up. Nice. You can extend the legs and shake them. And now we're going to go and do another pose for the hips. So let's bring the right knee bent up. Try to keep the knee more or less towards the front. Then we're going to cross the left on top, and maybe you can start working your foot slightly farther and more or less have one knee on top of the other. That's another exercise that I haven't done in 7 months. Okay, more or less one knee should be on top of each other. Once you're here, you can either, I was thinking like we can either walk forward, but we're going to do the full pose. So we're going to extend the arms. The left arm is going to go behind the back. The right arm is going to go up. You're going to bend the elbow and you're going to interlace both hands. If interlacing both hands is not available to you, you can use the strap or you can just hold your own t-shirt. Look towards the front and let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Nice. Let's extend the arms and now let's uncross the legs and let's try to do the other way around now. So we bend the left, the knee more or less points towards the front. We bend the other one on top. I forgot to say before, and I'm really sorry, that your sit bones should be both on the ground. If your sit bones are not touching the ground, if you like this, like pinching on one sit bone more on the other, just sit on the block. That will give you like some more height and it will be easier. So whenever you set your pose, remember the knees should be more or less one on top of the other. Now we extend the arms, left up, right behind. We interlace the hands and yes, we hold it here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. Nice. Whoa, this was intense for me after so long. Just bring the hands behind you and just swing your hips from side to side to release a little bit. Good. We are gonna go first for frog pose. So I want you to get away from your mat and just roll your mat, thinking that your mat is in spaghetti, or just when you're gonna go and store your mat away, but just roll it on this side. This is just for paddling the knees. So now just bring the knees on the mat and just open your legs as much as is available to your body structure. Good. Once you open the knees as much as you can, look that your lower legs are on an L shape. That's why it's called frog pose. Your legs look like a frog, basically. Just bring the forearms towards the ground. And the trick in this pose is pushing the weight back, because if I go forward, I lose all the stretch, I lose all the benefits. So I'm bringing all the weight back. And you should feel a quite intense stretch here on your inner thighs. So I'm going to time this pose. We're going to stay here for 2 minutes. Maybe just 1. Let's see how it goes. So let's keep breathing deeply in and out through the nose, and please keep pushing backwards. So don't cheat yourself. Focus on your breath. Focus on how your belly expands every time you inhale, and how your belly button drives towards the spine every time you exhale. See the difference if you are feeling just discomfort or if you're feeling pain, because it's a thin line in between discomfort and pain. Of course, if the pain is excruciating, please release the pose. But if what you feel is discomfort, just try to hold it and keep pushing forward. We've been here for a minute. Time goes really fast. Few more seconds. I know this pose can get really intense. Just try to hold it. It's 20 seconds to go, come on. Ten seconds. And on the next inhale, you can bring the weight forward. Nice. Release. You can just cross the legs a little bit. Nice. And roll your mat. Good. You can extend the legs towards the front and shake your legs. Just move them. Maybe you want to move your hips from side to side. I promise you this is a quite intense pose, but you feel really good afterwards. Let's gonna go and do half pigeon. So cross your legs and let's come into your downward facing dog. Now let's raise the right leg up towards the sky and then just bring the foot in between the hands. Let's start toe heeling that foot towards the left and then bring the shin down. Try to bring it as parallel as possible. Just make sure that your back foot is straight. And then first, let's go into proud pigeon. So just open the chest. And now you can start making the way into your sleeping pigeon. After frog pose, pigeon is just a piece of cake. So let's hold it here for a few breaths. And the next inhale, release the head, come back into your hands. If you were on your hands already, just rest here for a breath. Good. Let's tuck the toes of the back foot and let's send the leg back up and go for your downward facing dog. Good. Let's please, now I'm going to give an alternative here. If you are okay with half pigeon on the left side, please just send your left leg up, then come towards the front, start toe heeling that left foot towards the right, shin down, proud pigeon, and then you can go down. For those with knee injuries, like myself, let's go and lie down on the ground, and let's just thread the needle like we did at the beginning of the class. So let's cross the right heel on top of the left knee, the other way around, sorry, the left heel on top of the right knee. Let's bring the leg up. You can do any variation with the leg. You can grab the shin, you can grab the back thigh, you can extend the leg. That is up to you. What I want you is, while you're pulling that right leg towards you, bring the hand towards your left knee and just push the knee away. So you pull one leg in and you push one knee away. Your foot are active. And let's all hold it here for a few breaths. Always in and out through the nose. And on the next inhale, let's release. Okay, for those who are lying down and cross the legs, move the knees from side to side. For those on pigeon pose, just go back to your downward facing dog. You can shake the legs. And please, let's all come into lying position. I'm going to spread you today's Shavasana. And you can always take whatever variation of Shavasana that you prefer. But if you would like to keep opening the hips, I recommend to bring the soles of the feet together, your knees wide apart. Just bring one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, and just allow your hips to open here. If you have a strap around, you can just put a strap around the foot, and that way you can bring the feet closer towards your body, and that will be a bit more intense. I'm going to say goodbye here. Just rest on your Shavasana for 5 to 10 minutes, and I'll see you in the next class. Thank you very much for joining one more time. If you have any suggestions, please send me a message. Thank you very much, and namaste.